And welcome back to Viking Valley Farm, everybody. We are still planting soybeans, and I have about a little less than a third left to go, so hopefully that's 2 days for me. Dad is hopefully going to get to the halfway point today on corn. And now I'm out checking to see how it's doing with the drill. Yes, you are gonna have a few beans that'll lay on top of the ground. That's gonna happen, but check to see how much seed there is. Working its way down. As you can see, it's a nice, beautiful, clear day. And that field there has been planted. That little strip is going to be corn. It's been worked up. A lot of weed pressure in some spots. And then that field's been planted into beans. I planted those yesterday. And it seems that we're going to be in a rush here soon to hurry up and get planted, because the alfalfa is going to be kicking it ready to go anytime now. And we want to make the best quality feed we can for our cows. And the way we do that is harvest our alfalfa at the right time. Make sure it's digestible and has enough protein. And if you look closely, there is some soil moisture now. It last rained 5 days ago, which is good. That'll put us in a good position to make sure that our crops get off to a good start when we plant into some moisture. It may look dry on top, but there's moisture in the profile down below. And the coulters are busting through that top layer. If you look behind, those seed discs are going to follow right behind where those no-till coulters are running. And then it's going to be pressed in, come down through this tube, be pressed in with that wheel. And this tire here runs our population, or controls the speed, so the machine will lift up and down, and only when it's down on the ground and moving forward will this run. And there are a bunch of gearboxes and chains that run the drive system to where the seed comes out the back, and it'll fall down the tube into the trench. It's nothing fancy, but it works for us. We can do many things with it, and it much cheaper and easier to run than a planter with a bunch of technology on it. Not to say that that's a bad way to plant beans, because it's a very good way to plant beans, but we just don't have acres to justify running something like that. And we could plant our beans with the corn planter, but we find that we like the 7.5-inch row spacing. And I know some people won't like that because they think there's white mold issues once they get older because there's no room for them to breathe. If that shows up, I think you just got to manage it. But once the crop comes up, 7.5-inch row beans canopy way faster than 15s or 30s. So to each their own. Yes, you got to run some down when the sprayer comes through, but it is what it is. I mean, for the money that is in this machine, it does a pretty good job. The drill and the tractor, I'm going to plant the field across this fence line close to home. I planted this field 2 days ago, and I'm going to check and see if there are any beans that are wanting to swell yet and kick some roots off. I doubt it, since it hasn't quite been warm enough in 2 days. But there's one. And would you look at that? It is already starting to grow, and there's an earthworm already. But wow, 2 days, so won't be long and these beans will be popping out of the ground, which is very good. Beans last year had a little bit of trouble with emergence due to not getting any rain, and it was very uneven emergence, and hopefully looking forward to a better year this year. And I just fueled up again and got refilled with beans, and time to go back out to the field. And it is about chore time now, and that means I need to go home and feed calves, and then I will be back out very shortly. Right now I'm out at the hutches feeding calves. There we go. Well, you can figure out how to use the nipple. Come on. You're almost there. There we go. This calf on the end is still on a bottle. These guys are on pails. These first three are Alpen calves. And then these two are out of Go Power, and he was the bull that you saw me take to the sales barn a few months ago. We'll get some calves out of him this year. And we feed milk replacer and not milk from the bulk tank. We feel it's more consistent, and that the cows, or every pound of milk in the bulk tank, is valuable to us. this way we can have consistent ratio of fat, protein, and water. And the cost of a pasteurizer for us is too much money. So milk replacer, we do very, very well with it. So no complaints. And this one's already sucked it down pretty good. And so have you. And you're done. Yep, you'll get your bottle soon. And now I'm currently feeding the 7 heifers we have still in the calf barn. And that's a bull calf that was born a couple days ago that you could hear. Yep, he's ready for his bottle too. This one's the oldest. She's about 2.5 months old, a few weeks away from weaning. Really, really nice heifer. Now we won't put any more heifer calves in here this summer until the hutches are full. But these were born at a time where we thought they would get a better start in here where it's warmer and not cold outside. And this really nice daredevil calf is done. She's 2 months old. Really nice Alpine calf. Nashville, perfection. Prince, perfection. And I am back outside now, walking to the hutches. And the youngest calf over here is gonna get her bottle. Hi there. All right, girly. And this is the first time that I have fed you at night. Dad normally feeds in the morning, but since he's out planting and I'm further along than he is, I would come home and feed calves. Oh. You wanna come back? And there we've got a calf. She was born yesterday, got colostrum tube to her. She's a Prince calf. This is our maternity pen for the summer. On that side, dry cows have their own pasture. Cows have just been switched. And she's about to get an electrolyte mix for her first bottle. Really, really nice Prince heifer calf. And I hope you guys enjoyed me feeding calves. And it's, again, a beautiful, beautiful day. I don't know how well you can see, but I see Dad and the corn planter in the distance above the pasture. But it's time for me to hop back in the saddle and get some more soybeans planted. Let's get at her. And there's another one checked off the list. And I think I'm down to maybe under 60 acres to go. I'll plan on doing at least one more field tonight. And hopefully tomorrow we can close things out. And another one done. And I'm gonna wrap up for the night. And I'm out in the first cornfield that was planted 6 days ago. Got a rain on it the next day. But I'm going to do some digging here. This is soybeans last year. Nice moisture. And the seed has germinated. I think I may have broken some of the root off of it, but there's definitely moisture in that soil profile, which is good. There's a soybean. So how soybeans work is the seed actually roots down and the bean will push through the top of the ground and it'll split, and that'll be the first leaves. Here's another one. This one's starting to split. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's in half. And it is the next day now, and I'm about to get rolling here again, planting some more beans. Probably won't be the last day because there are some round bales that need to be moved as a windbreak for our heifers that are in a field that I'm planting. And probably won't, that won't happen today, most likely. And then we've got our manure pile to haul out yet. So I'm gonna get as much done as I can and then leave a little bit of room, come back another day and finish. These first few acres that I'm gonna do today are no-till acres. And yeah, the field behind me has been burned down alfalfa. You probably saw some footage of that if you've been following the channel for a while, some drone footage from last year. But that'll be corn this year. And then in the distance, we got more soybeans back there. And then, if you guys remember watched any corn silage videos, that field across the road in the corner there was corn silage last year, and we got some cover crop growing still there, and that'll be corn again, most likely corn silage for our heifers. So it's another beautiful day. I'm gonna climb up here and check on my seed. Looking good. Looking good. And as I'm waiting for a seed tender, we have got the chisel plow running on the 235, busting up some sod. So I'm gonna shoot the drone up and get some footage of the chisel plow flipping over some old alfalfa that's gonna be corn. up with beans for hopefully the last time to get my rate right. And I'm gonna shoot to get half this field done tonight, which should be only a few hours, so time to keep plugging away. This video is going to conclude. I appreciate all of you for watching. A lot of going on in this video. Chisel plowing, planting beans, and feeding calves. If you would please hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment if you liked it, disliked it. Let me know. Again, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and stay tuned for the next one. Carter, out.